Welcome, guys. We are live again. Today is the third episode of Wendy Talks, where I come just here and talk about different things that are important for, values, family in general. And hi, welcome everyone. We're waiting for everyone to come, and thank you so much for being here, guys. I'm Wendy, I'm your host for today, and we are here today to talk about the importance of mindfulness and spirituality in your life in order to build a family and construct a family that is wealthy and that can build a legacy and do something important and great in this world as having some changes. As I am going to post this in my channel, I am going to start talking, and anyone that joined that want to say something, please comment in the chat. If you're watching this on the pre-recording, just comment down below, and we are just going to get started. So first of all, I would like to do like a little explanation of the differences, uh, the difference between spirituality and religions. So, with spirituality, we have a deep sense of a relationship with a higher power, a higher self that are greater than us, and we believe this can improve us and help us to find a sense of wholeness and harmony within ourselves. And people that are spiritual believe in the Holy Spirit, in or spirit as the energy that controls and moves this physical body. We are, you know, are very individualists, and we believe we all can have access to this divine energy, this divine universe, divine God. And the difference between spirituality and religion is basically that religion can be both private and it can become part of rituals, and is an organization that implies obedience and certain beliefs that come from an organization such as a church, or like any type of organization that basically they copy the values from spirituality. At some point there was no difference between these two, but since Christianity there is a difference because Christianity made the churches more organization basically. But this higher self is believed both by spirituality and by religion. The only difference is religion is structured in charges. So I would like to make a point first to just start talking about our mind and how our mind works, because our mind is basically our brain is decoding this reality that we are living, and our brain is changing at every single second and is neuroplastic. Okay, so neuroscience have discovered that by your thoughts and your beliefs, your brain is changing every single day at every single moment, depending on what are you focusing on. These have imply that by living and repeating to yourself, because we usually repeat the same thoughts every single day, and we usually have a preconception of who we are, and we just get connected with this sense of who we are every single day by memories and just repeating the same thoughts. And the thoughts kind of like control our reality, they build our reality. So is we have few challenges with this, and it's basically that in today's society we are programmed to be distracted and to find a sense of loneliness, like we're not connected with each other, like we are alone. We find that many of us use negative self-talk to identifying with ourselves, such as negative affirmations, fear, or bad beliefs towards oneself. And most of us, have lost a sense of purpose and a sense of divine meaning for being here in Earth. And it's proved that depression is increasing. Mainly in women, depression and suicide rates are going up since the year 2000s, and that our values have been lost, absolutely lost, and we kind of lost this sense of purpose and meaning of life, or what we're here for. And this comes because mainstream media and songs, movies, programs are literally programming us to lose the sense of purpose and lose our connection with our divine ones. And because of this reason, depression is increasing, suicide is increasing, and in general, as a society, we feel lost. So there are few things that we can do to change these challenges. And mainly, we have to focus on the 4 pillars of that we can cultivate to have a healthy mind and a healthy brain. And these pillars are basically having an awareness of what we are, who we are, having an awareness that we are observer of our thoughts, but we are not our thoughts. We identify ourselves with our thoughts, and we just conscious about what is happening in our head, what we're thinking at every moment, and how we are feeling according to the thoughts we are having. So it's important to know that we have the power to change this awareness. We have something that is called, I have my baby in the background, guys. If you see her talk, just be patient. She's here, just woke up. Her dad's gonna come pick her up now. But we have the power to change this. We have a monkey mind. This monkey mind is always wondering, is thinking, is, just wondering different things, thinking different thoughts or memories, things that have to do with our past, etc. And how we change this, we're going to see a little bit in the next minutes. I will tell you. But another thing that we can do as a pillar of a healthy mind is reconnect with ourselves, and in consequence with the relationships that we have. Like, if we have healthy relationships, we will always feel appreciation, we will feel kindness, compassion, and we will have an ability to be more nice with others and with ourselves. The next one is an insight, and it means that is the narrative that we're telling to ourselves. This narrative usually is negative, and we have the power to change it. And for that, we have to know how to change our thoughts and what's going on behind our, mind. The last one is the sense of purpose. How can we find our purpose? This is just a sense of, we know where we're going, and we know we will get there, and it's just the travel that we are having to get from where we are to where we want to be. That's basically your purpose, and it's also the definition of success. According to Earl Nightingale, he said the success is nothing but the worthy realization of no the realization of a worthy ideal. So with all of this, I want to just make a little introduction to say how important it is for us to be mindful. And what is mindfulness, and what is the difference between mindfulness and spirituality? So mindfulness is the technique that we use in order to be more in connection with our spirit, with our divine soul, and what is happening what is happening in general. So what is happening with this mindfulness? How can we be more mindful? So the practice of being mindful is basically be conscious that you are not your thoughts, and that you are the observer of your thoughts. So in order to being a being that is more in connection with yourself, you have to understand your body, how your body works. And yesterday we had an episode that talked about the chakras, what the chakras are, what this energetic vortex that exists inside the body, and how when they are deactivated, we feel in an imbalance. We lost harmony within ourselves and our sense of self within the world. So with mindfulness, we learn to be conscious of our breathing, to live in the present moment, in the now, and to focus on our breathing and control the monkey mind. So it's obvious that you're going to be thinking about different things because we all programmed to be thinking at any time about different things, right? And our mind is just wandering, or you're thinking about memories or things that happened maybe like 10, 30 years ago, and you keep repeating to yourself the same story. And with that, your brain has a structure, and your brain can change that structure if you're mindful about these thoughts that you're thinking, and you realize that these thoughts is not you, and that you can change them by bringing awareness to your breath and to the present moment. So be mindful of what we're doing in each step of our day and trying to focus on the present moment. That's what mindfulness is. It's basically having an awareness of what is happening inside us and around us, and how we can change this. Meditation is basically the practice of mindfulness. So meditation is when we sit purposefully in a place and we are still, and we train our mind to focus on our breath. And even though the monkey mind is going to come and you're going to be thinking about different things, blaming different people, you are just going to come back to your breath and start focusing on, breathing and breathe out and reconnect with the present moment. Are you okay? Okay. Just to keep, I'm talking about what I was saying. Sorry about that. We can start meditating and practicing mindfulness at any time during the day. And the most you do it, the more practice you have with mindfulness. Welcome anyone, come on in, and just, if you want to recap, just, we are here talking about spirituality and mindfulness, and just considering the importance of things as meditation and practice of mindfulness in order to be more aware of who we are, of our person, and how to change and improve our life, and in consequence improve our surroundings, our family, or place in society, etc., and be more happy as well with our life. Because the cause of depression and many of these things is that sometimes we believe this narrative of negativity, of mainstream media, of disconnection with our higher self, and we lost the sense of purpose. So in order to find our sense of purpose again, practicing mindfulness is actually going to capacitate our brain and change the physiology of our brain in order to be more present in every single moment, to be more grateful and be more aware of our self-esteem or self-image, of, even though we will be more conscious. So there is a scale of frequencies, okay? Because life is frequencies, everything is energy. So according to the emotions we are feeling, we can identify in which step we are on the frequency. So imagine there's a graphic here, and down here is the lowest frequency, like shame, blame, fear, etc. When we go increasing, we're going to find gratitude, love, compassion, and all these higher frequency feelings. So by practicing mindfulness and specifically meditation, we are bringing awareness of who we are, and we are also changing the level of our frequency. So benefits of practicing mindfulness is that we will reduce we will increase the sense of purpose, and we will reduce the sense of loneliness, of being alone, of have no purpose in this earth. We will reduce distraction as well. We will reduce self-care costs because we'll be more healthy, because everything that produces illness and disease in our body is actually thoughts and frequencies, and is things that we have put in our mind that make an imbalance with our energy, with our chakras, and that sometimes can cause disease. So we will reduce illness, and we will feel more accomplished, more happy, and more realized to do whatever we put in our minds that we want to do. Like, we will get our goals, okay, we'll get our purpose right. We will increase our performance. If you study, you increase your marks. If you are working, you increase probably your salary, or you will achieve more, so they will change you for a better position, or things like that will start to happen. Like, your performance is better, you present yourself in a better way as well to the outside world, to the marketplace. And we see people talking about this marketplace. There is a marketplace even for humans, like if you are a woman and or you a man, doesn't matter. You have a marketplace where you go and you kind of like try to find a partner. You're trying to find your perfect job. You're trying to find your business if you're an entrepreneur, your ideas. You try to sell your products, or you try to just present yourself so people can actually acquire what you have or the value you present. So there's a marketplace. And we have here lately that many people talk a lot about low value, high value people, right? High value men, for example, high value woman, all of that. It has to do with the way we are presenting ourselves and with the ideals and the goals that we have in our mind that we can actually achieve. And it goes decreasing as time goes on. Like, for example, if you are a person that already been married and now you divorce and you have kids and you have all these things going on in your life, and so many problems, or your income is low and you're not focusing on building a business, in building something, in having a future, if you're not visualizing where you want to be, and in general you being like conformist or mediocre, you have a low value. And we attract who we are, so you will attract the value that you are emitting. So, for example, if you have any value with spirituality, education, family, all of that, if your structure is absolutely a mess, but you want to acquire wealth as the first value, it will be hard for you to acquire wealth, because in order to be wealthy, you need to put in order the other values that come first, okay? As spirituality, which is the first value, which is the one that we are speaking today here, and we are discussing the importance of this. And we also have like many other values, as education, the structure of a family, and the power that we have within ourselves as humans. It will depend on this. Like, the more higher will be our value, the more higher will be our position in the marketplace. And you cannot attract who you don't, you only attract who you are. You cannot be in this position, this frequency, in trying to attract something or someone from this position, because it's just not going to come to you. You're not in the same frequency, so you're vibrating in different levels, and you're not going to find that person or that something that you want to attract. So in order to do that, you have to change who you are first. And by practicing mindfulness, you will actually start attracting this. You will start having it. And in general, there is many things that you can do to practice mindfulness. My technique is every day, as soon as I wake up, I play some guided meditation. I just try to focus on my breath. I just try to focus on my breath, and I just try to be present and just getting on with my day. I read spiritual books as the Quran. I'm no Muslim, but I read this and I read the Bible. Trying to do it on a daily basis, and it's very important. And this will actually teach you some values that will make you a high, valued person, because here is the basis of mentality of how to use your mind, how to use your relationships to actually perform in a good way, how to be faithful, and how to know the consequences that your actions are having within the world. Like, I heard somewhere that the Bible is nothing but a manual of how to use your mind, and I might agree with that, because you actually put in your mind the thoughts that will attract abundance, prosperity, and all of these things that we aspire to have in our lifetime. Okay, so by reading the Bible or reading the Quran or reading any kind of spiritual book, like even I have here books that have to do with only mindfulness. Let me have a look. A second. So we have here the importance of mindfulness, and practice everyday things that make you feel good, that make you feel in alignment with the person that you really are, that you really want to present to the world. And we all are great, and we all have this power within us, and we all have the power of activating it. And it's not something difficult to do. You can start practicing mindfulness like anytime, at any moment, doing anything. It's just the action of being aware of the things you are doing. Even if you're doing like a cup of tea or you're drinking a cup of coffee, it's just being mindful of what you're doing, what your body is doing, what's going on in your mind in that moment, like what is happening in your body, and identify that you are not your thoughts. You are someone, the observer, seeing your thoughts. So you have the power of changing that. By practicing mindfulness, we'll be more aware and more present in every moment. So it will be more easy for us to identify if we have a negative programming or a positive programming, and we can change it. So for example, if we are mindful and we realize that a negative thought is in our mind, what we're gonna do in this moment? We're gonna realize, oh, I'm thinking this, and this is not who I am. I don't identify myself with this thought. So what we're gonna do? We're going to stop it and put back a thought that is the opposite, a positive opposite of that thought. So if I'm thinking, or I'm feeling I'm not worthy, if I'm mindful, I will identify that and realize, this is not who I am. I'm worthy. I'm a beautiful being. I am here in this earth. And if I'm here, it's because I still have a purpose. Because it's proof scientifically that the people that have no purpose are the ones that are going to die early. They're going to suffer from depression. They're going to find a really hard time by having relationships and performing in a good sense in the world, within the world. And this is because we feel bad, because we really do have a purpose and we really do have great things to do here. But when we start to tell to ourselves the wrong narrative or feelings, go to the downside, and that's because we lying to ourselves. So in order to find your purpose, you just have to go to the basics and have to, start looking within yourself and discover that you have a higher self that have put you in this position here in this world, and you choose to come here for a reason. So we can start practicing things like gratitude, like kindness and compassion. By doing this, we'll reduce negativity, and we will reduce depression as well, because have you ever saw a person that is grateful with their life kill themselves? No, that can happen. And practicing gratitude, you will attract more of what you are grateful for. And this is very important, and I'm here to discuss the importance of having these values practiced in every single day in your daily life, because this is what is going to condition your surroundings, starting for your own self, your body, your image, and going extending to your family, your closest family, your extended family, and the world in general, even if it's in your city, in your community, in your neighbor, internationally. You'll just know this, you'll have this high sense of purpose, of who you are, and it will present yourself in a different way. Okay, I think the purpose of today program is basically to make you realize that we all have this power of controlling our mind, and we are not the monkey mind. We are a powerful creator that can have the ability to do anything we wanted to do in this life, and we have the right of feeling good just for the fact that we was born in this earth. We are here, and we can create prosperity and wealth for our families and for ourselves. But this cannot happen if we are unhappy, if we are in an unhappy place, in a down frequency, if we are worried about different things and narratives that has nothing to do with your purpose. So things that I recommend you to do from today in order to be a bit more mindful and connect with your spirituality is just disconnect from mainstream media, disconnect from TV, from watching movies, music videos that you know is going to put a bad narrative in your mind, like, you know, many celebrities and things like that that are putting to the world a bad programming. So you gotta identify that in order to disprogram yourself, you have to stop watching these things because they are programming you. So you have to realize the power that you have and start practicing meditation every single day as soon as you wake up, preferable, but any time during the day is fine. Just sit quiet and breathe and focus on your breath, and just be aware and cultivate feelings of passion and love and kindness and all of this, and this will be changing your brain every single day. Every single time you do this, your brain will be changing, because our brain changes with every single emotion, every single thought that we have. This is proved by neuroscience, neuroplasticity, and I recommend you go to a book that is called Becoming Supernatural from Joy Dispenza. And this book is going to explain to you exactly what is happening in your brain and how you can change that. Another book that I recommend that is very important for this topic is the placebo effect, and it's also by Joy Dispenza, but you can read about this everywhere. We all know what is the placebo effect, and is when someone, you know, when you kind of self-sabotage yourself, your brain, someone maybe give you a sugar pill and they say that is the cure for the illness you have, and you automatically are going to start to feeling good, feeling better, and attracting to yourself, you know, healing yourself just because of this sugar pill. So our brain don't understand that we are not our thoughts. Our brain, let's say, like, your power is always going to manifest what you're thinking about, okay, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. So when you disconnect yourself from what is happening in your mind and you start putting positive affirmations of who you really want to be and practicing mindfulness, then the structure of your brain is going to be changing, and you're going to be feeling more positive, more happy, and attracting and creating a different reality for you. And I think today is going to be a short one, guys. I said everything I had to say. I'm just going to feed my baby right now because she's crying, and I don't like that. And I come in live every day at 4 p.m. And if you want to, you know, come and hang out with me for a while, you can just pop in here, comment in the chat, anything you like. Just be very interactive, guys, and just tell me anything you want me to do videos about. But this is all about bettering ourselves, about being our better self and finding a purpose and kind of like structuring ourselves in order to be better, so we can have a better family, we can have a better outcome in the world and perform better. So I want to thank you very much for clicking in this video. I want to thank you for coming by and for hearing this, that is going to actually be very beneficial for you, for your family, for your legacy, for your place in this world, and is going to help you to attract better things and be a better person. And this is why we are here. We are here to learn and to bring awareness and wisdom to these kind of things. And the more we seek this higher self, this God, this universe, this energy that creates our life, the better we are going to feel, the better we are going to understand and perform, in the world, because we will have the sureness that we are part of this higher self. We are made in His image, and we will find happiness, we will find prosperity, we will feel more in connection with not just ourselves but others, because we are going to realize that we are the same as others are at the same time. We are all part of the same thing. We are all one. So when you identify that we are all one and that we are all powerful, we're going to decrease negative talk, negative beliefs, negative emotions, and we are going to start to focus more on the positive ones, because anything you are focusing in, that's what you're attracting. So literally, when you focus on the negative, you really attracting the negative things for you. When you're thinking in complaints, in criticizing, in gossip, all these things, you are attracting those things to you. They used to say, someone that is complaining is attracting garbage. So that's what you're attracting. If you're complaining, and the only way how we're going to change this is bringing awareness, having a deeper connection with ourselves, and changing our narrative as well, and finding a sense of purpose. So this is part of my purpose, sit here and teach you these things that I have learned with a lot of study and experience and meditation. And I actually had to overcome many fears to be able to sit here in front of a camera and be on the internet talking and saying these things. And if I'm saying these things, is because I know it's my purpose to put this information out there, and I know it's going to be helping you. And if it helps one person, that's enough for me, because this is the reason why I'm doing these videos. And I just want to finish this with a lot of appreciation. I thank you so much for watching and for being here. And I will invite you to click the like button so we can keep growing. Invite you to subscribe to my channel and we can keep increasing the family. And invite you to share this information. If you know someone that maybe be needing to hear and then maybe need this information, just make sure you share. And you come back tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and we're going to keep talking about topics that are going to make us increase our values in order to be a better person, have a prosperous and wealthy family. Thank you, and I see you tomorrow. Bye.